Good morning, everybody. Thrifty Picker here. Let me turn my TV down real quick. Got my news channel on. I went thrift shopping yesterday, and I was gonna just kind of show y'all what I got. Didn't get a whole lot of stuff, but what I did get, I thought was really, really cool. These things. These are so cool. I paid $4 a piece for them. I got 8 of them. And I'm going to list them on eBay for $30, $35. They are actually from the 1960s, 70s. They've never been opened. They are UFO and star light strands. They're 160 inches, so that's what? Let's see, 120 is 10 foot, so they're probably, I don't know, 10 foot, 40. So they're just over 13 feet, something like that. A little over 13 feet long. But I thought they were cool. They were, there were some that have sold. They sold for $30 or $25, $28. I'm gonna put mine on for about $35. Well, I'll probably do 30 with about $8 shipping on that. But they've never been opened, so I got 8 of them. Can't beat that. So when one sells, it pays for the rest of them. So couldn't pass that deal up. My trusty sidekick Teresa says we should keep them and hang them around our campsite. So, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather have the money because I'm going to plan on hanging red Solo cup lights that I'm making for our campsite. So campground. But I'm going to sell these. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them. Actually, I love stuff like this, but I'm going to sell them. I got 8 of those, and then I got, let me get this back over here. Let's see what else I got. I got this here, which is an electronic Hasbro talking Monopoly game. I paid $2 for that. I plan on listing that for $22, I think. It does work. It's from 1997, actually. It's not quite vintage, but it's close. So I got that. I got these 2 hats, which I really thought they were cool. I paid like $3 a piece for them. Mercedes-Benz, brand new. It's still got the cardboard. It's 100% cotton. It's never been worn. It doesn't have any stains, nothing. I paid, actually got half off of that, so I only paid $1.50 for that one. Mercedes-Benz, I can sell that. I should teach a class. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I can do that someday. I actually used to teach a quality course where I used to work, so I was the instructor there. So it's nothing new to me to teach some sort of class. But yeah, that's brand new. I'm doing pretty good. I got my glasses off because I get a glare, so I'm trying to read what you're saying. Usually when I got the lights on, I get like white glare spots on my eyes. So. And I had a bad hair day, so yeah, I'm wearing a hat today. And I'm sporting my new shirt that my sister bought me for my birthday. I'm a big Darth Vader fan, so, and I'm kind of a sci-fi nerd. But this particular hat, I'm going to put that on for about $25. Sell that. And then this one caught my eye because my dad was a Marine. This is the U.S. Marines. It's embroidered. It has been worn, but there's no stains in it. So I paid $1.50 for that. I can get 25 out of that one. It's pretty cool. It's called the Shadow Cats because it's got the bulldog on it, and then it's got like an enlarged shadow type embroidery. How much did you spend on your last haul? I think I spent like $56. So I'll sell. If I sell 2 of those lights, it covers everything. So the rest is all profit. Minus your fees and your shipping and all that. So because I do free shipping on stuff that's less than 16 ounces, like these will be under £1, so we'll do free shipping on that. So I'll be minus my shipping from that cost. So yeah, if you're not into reselling, you should try it out. It's pretty cool. I sell everything on eBay. I do sell some stuff on Facebook, local groups and stuff like that, but it's usually like furniture and things like stuff like that. And it's usually, you know, just local stuff. And I bought this. This is Princess. How I would love to know more. get on, you can find a lot of reseller groups on Facebook. I do have a YouTube channel. It's under the Thrifty Picker, the Thrifty Picker. There's so many Thrifty Pickers out there, but I'm the Thrifty Picker. I have a few different videos. I haven't updated them because I've been doing a lot of Periscopes instead, because I can interact with people, and that's what I like. It's hard to interact with just videos, so I've been kind of switched over to Periscope. Occasionally I'll upload my Periscope to the YouTube channel, so but I have probably a little over, I don't know, I've done more Periscopes than I did YouTube videos. But I got this little gal. This is Princess Merida from the movie Brave. Paid $4 for her. I'm gonna put her on for about 15 to 20, give or take. She doesn't have her accessories, and she's barefoot. She only has her belt and her quiver here for her arrows, but she's in really good shape. There's no, I mean, the dress is in really good shape. There's no, usually when you get these, you have nicks and marks and stuff on them, or chewed toes where kids put them in their mouth. The fingers are all good, so those aren't chewed. The hair's in pretty decent shape. Doesn't seem to have gum or anything in it. So I got her. So I'm gonna put her on there. We'll find some things to put her. And I got this little guy. He caught my eye because, for one, I was born July 21st, 1969. So I'm a big NASA fan, of course, because that's when they stepped on the moon. They landed on the moon on the 20th, but they stepped on the moon on the 21st. So he's pretty cool. I paid 50 cents. Oh, cool. Fellow Buckeye, OHIO, go Bucks. I paid 50 cents for him. I think I'm going to get 20 out of him off of eBay. So, and he's going to be first class shipping because, of course, it weighs OHIO. He weighs less than a pound, so not too bad there. And I always pick up Nerf guns, and I had actually never seen this one. This is I've seen the Zombie Strikes, different ones, but I've never seen the Ricochet. I paid $1 for this, so I'll probably get 15 out of it, minus shipping and all that. But this is the one that shoots the discs, which, if you're going to get into Nerf, I suggest buying the foam darts and the discs for these, and that way you can test them, which what makes it that much more fun to test them. I think it's sneaking to shoot my son. But yeah, it works good. Just a little one shot. I paid $1 for it. I can sell it for 15, you know, minus your shipping and fees. So I'll probably get about 12 bucks out of it. So not too bad. And I always pick up electronic games. I got this one. This is the Bicycle brand slots. It's still in packaging. That's going on eBay too. Paid $1 for that. I'm going to ask 15 for it. Then I got this dude. Everybody recognizes Speed Racer. He's still in the pack. He's a bendable, posable, and he's got a little suction cup. You can hang him in the window or from the ceiling, whatever you want to do. I paid $2 for him, so I'm probably going to ask 15 for him as well. He'll go in first class, so it cost me about $2.60 to ship him. So I'll have, what, $4.60, and still make pretty decent profit, about 12 bucks off of that. I also got the Mach 6. It's not the Mach 5, but it is the Mach 6. It's from the actual animated movie that was put out for Speed Racer in 2008. It makes noise, which I think, yeah, see. So yeah, it makes noise, pretty cool. Okay, you can stop now. It does have a little bit of nicks and stuff in the paint. I cleaned it up as best I could. It's definitely been played with, but it's not broken anywhere. Just has some, a little bit here and there, but it still works. I can still get about $25 out of that because people that collect this stuff, especially anything anime, it seems like they go nuts over it. So pick that up. I think I paid $4 for that. That'll fit in probably a regional A box, so it cost me about $7 to ship it or so. So I'll probably make about 12 bucks off of it. So any profit's a profit. I don't care. I also always pick up Nikes. I remember watching that. I do too. This is actually the reboot, basically, of the original show when they brought out the, I think it was in 2008. Might have been sooner than that. Oh, yeah. Garage sales are my absolute favorite. I love garage sale season. It's like an addiction. I love thrift shopping, but I really love garage sales and yard sales. And I have the yard sale app, which is called Yard Sale Treasure Map or something like that. So, and I put it within, I think, like 25 to 50 miles. I'll go, 25, 30 miles to go to a yard sale or estate sale. I'll even go further if need be, if it's something worth my while. But I'll get on there and look and see all the ones in my area. And that's what I do on a good Saturday. So, I always pick up Nikes. I've already cleaned these up. They were pretty dingy looking. And something I use to clean them up with is alcohol and a Mr. Clean eraser. Always. Oh yeah, I try. If it's worth my while, if it's $1, I'm not gonna. I have talked some people down out of stuff. Like I got a DS and 5 games. They wanted like $30. I was like, no. I said I'm willing to pay 10 for all of it. I said because it's you can't guarantee it doesn't work or it works and everything, and they didn't have a charger for it, which I did because I always pick stuff like that up because I come across DSs. I come across a lot of stuff. So I basically paid $2 for the DS, and I parted it out because it had the Pokemon Red version, it had Pokemon Silver, or Blade, I forget what it was, and then it had another Pokemon Yellow, and then it had 2 other games or something like that. I forget what it was, but I sold the Pokemon. No, it was a Pokemon Crystal version. It didn't have the label, but it did work, and I showed on the DS that it did work. It did play in the listing, and I ended up selling just the little game itself, the cartridge, for $38. So can't beat that. And then I sold the red version for like $25 or something like that, and then I sold the actual DS because I added a charger with it. I sold it for like $45. So yeah, there's like some. If you don't resell, you should look into it, because I worked 20 plus years in a factory lining somebody else's pocket, and it took its toll on me, on my body. It just broke my back down basically, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I decided to take a passion that I love, as far as hi Angie, how you doing? Yeah, I don't have my glasses on because I keep getting a glare. And anyway, I took the things that I like to do and I reapplied them to what I was already doing. I was already selling on eBay, and I learned a different way to do reselling. That's actually, my sales have gone up, my profits gone up. So if you don't follow resellers, you should get on YouTube, and you can watch my video. You can watch Angie Thrift there. I think it's Thrifty Treasures. Am I correct there, Angie? She's got a YouTube. There's all kinds of reseller videos out there. I started watching Jason Smith's videos. I started watching Treasure. I can't remember. I get all these names. Thrifty Treasures. Isn't that? I forget who that is. There's so many resellers out there on YouTube with so much great information. And we all have different ways of doing it. So you're going to learn a little bit from everybody. Because everybody has their own way of doing things, what they've learned and what they share. So, I mean, it's definitely, all you got to see, Tanya, I can't remember her name. I could see her face, I just couldn't remember her name. Deb Goidia, that's another name I can't pronounce. Pinching Pesos, that's, so, check her out. Check out Chad Pagels and Alabama Pickers with Dusty and Tristan. Who else? He's from, what is his name? Heart's Pickers with Ronnie Hart. Check his videos out. The Craigslist Hunter. I can't remember his name, but I do know his video names. The Craigslist Hunter. Golden Finger Picker, that's Chad Pagel. His wife Kim. Watch all those. The Gilmans, Sarah and Dave, I think Gilmans, Gill Daddy videos. You can watch them. Jason T. Smith, who was actually on the show thrift hunters on Spike TV. He now has this big following, great big following of people. And they just did the eBay Open in Las Vegas, and he's so very knowledgeable in so many different things. So it would definitely, be in your best interest to watch as many different videos as you can. Regional A box. I've never used regional boxes. Not sure I understand how. Regional A boxes. It's kind of hard to explain. It's best to get on USPS. I just get them because it seems like it's a cheaper. They base it on the area that it's going to. Region, like, there's different zones. You got like 8 or 9 different zones throughout the United States, and it's basically kind of like a flat rate based on the zone that it's going to. That's the way I take it. You'd be better off getting your information from USPS because, not UPS, USPS, United States Postal Service. I use mostly 2 different regional A boxes. There's a like 11 by 8, 11 by 7, like that. And then they have the longer ones. But back to one of my other pieces of my haul. Nike. I always buy Nikes if they're in really good shape. These I had to clean them up a little bit, but these are the Livestrong Nike Zoom Veros. I paid $4 for them. I'll sell them for $25–30. They're in really nice shape. Still got the Livestrong on the inside, and a lot of times that's what I look for. I look for which just has a little, I look for wear on the inside. I have actually sold some Asics, but I took a tip from Deb from Pinching Pesos. I always look at this right here. She says a lot of times that on the Asics, for some reason, this part breaks down, and I don't know why that is. And I always look at the heel to see if there's any compression, really hard compression. A lot of times if they're just walking, they don't have all those wrinkles and stuff in here, but if they're running, they do, because you're putting a lot more pressure on them. So I always check that out. And these are in really decent shape. They don't have a lot of wear on the bottom. They have a little dirt. What do you use to clean the shoes? These here I will use. I start out with a toothbrush and some soap and water on the bottoms. Don't use it up here. Soap and water to get most of the grime off, and then I'll take a dental pick, and any rocks, any dirt, anything like that, I'll pick all that out, and more toothbrush and scrub it, and then I'll take the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and I'll get along through here because it really whitens it up really good, cleans that up. I get anywhere in the bottom that I can get that, I will use that. On leather, I use a couple different things on leather. Hold on, let me show you real quick. Sorry. I use leather cleaning wipes. These are made by Weeman. On the not suede. You don't want to use it on suede or anything that will absorb anything. You want it on patent leather. But not, for instance, I wouldn't use it on this bag I got because it would absorb it. So you want to use it on patent leather. I also use, if I can find those, these are also really good for leather. They're actually Armor All, for car interiors. So if it works on, just don't put it on the bottom of the shoe, or whoever buys it's going to be sliding all over everywhere. So do not use this on the bottom of the shoe. My brother-in-law thought he would be really nice and clean. My sister has a Lincoln Navigator, an older one, and it's got the running boards. So he thought, well, I'll be nice and I will clean your car. Well, he used these on the running boards, and guess who stepped on it first? Me. I went sliding down that running board. If I hadn't been holding on to the door, I probably would have went, Lord knows how far I would have slept. I wonder if it would work on the bottom of a sled. Can you imagine? In the wintertime. But, and then he also uses it on the steering wheel, which is no. So, because then you're trying to steer. But yeah, that was fun. And speaking of leather, most women have a purse fetish. I have a laptop bag fetish. laptop briefcase. I switch them out like you would. I paid $2.99 for this, and this is a genuine leather from Wilson's Leather, and it is in great condition. Yes, I had the experience with the steering wheel. Yeah, I learned the hard way too, not to do that. Yeah, this is a great bag. I want to sell it, but then I want to keep it. I've got like 1, 2, 3. I change them out. I get tired of one and change it out. But this is so nice. I mean, this is probably a $150 to $200 bag at the Wilson. How much do you think you'll get for that bag? I'm going to put it on for $40. I paid $2 for it. Well, actually, I paid half that because the bags are half off, so I paid $1 for it. So anything I get, and I can probably get that in a large priority mail, which will probably cost me about $10, depending on where. If my luck, it'll go to California, it will cost me about $15 to ship it. So I'm still gonna make money off of it. So anything I make off of it is gonna be good, because like I said, it was half off, so I paid $1. With tax, it'd be $1.06 here in Ohio. So, and it'll cost me probably about $10, 10 to 15, depending on where it's going. But usually I have found that whenever I sell something of this size, whether it be this or heavy shoes or electronics, it always wants to go to California. I don't know what they're doing with it. And Nerf guns. I buy Nerf guns. I get the real big Nerf guns, the ones that don't break down. And they always seem to go to California. Baseball bats. I buy up Easton baseball bats like crazy. I just sold one. You have to make sure they're still legal for, you know, the season, because they change out their regulations every year. So when you look at a bat, look it up before you buy it, because you might end up one that is no longer legal for Little League or high school baseball, college league, whatever. It's funny, a lot of my stuff goes to Arizona. Yeah, I don't know why it is. But I paid $5 for this bat. I bought 3 bats from the same yard sale. I paid $15, $5 a piece. And I sold one for $65. I sold one for, I think it was for $58. And then I just sold the other one. I had it on for $180. They were $400 bats new. It's called the Omen. They're made by Easton. It was for like baseball, softball, an aluminum bat, and I put a sale on for the weekend while I was gone, and I got a best offer they asked me for $115. I'm thinking, you know, it's on sale for $140 something. I said, how about $125? And it sold for $125. So I had $5 invested in it. It cost me $8 to ship it. So that was $13. So I made, what, I don't have enough coffee, but you get the idea. I made good money off of it. I made over $100 off of a $5 investment. So I'm not complaining. So, but that's my haul. I think that's everything. I really need to clean my office. And then I have a problem in here. My air conditioner, my AC central air unit is leaking. And I walk in here and I have a puddle. Okay, I have to put my glasses on for this one. Sorry if there's a glare. You can take old tables and chairs, paint them up. Oh yeah, a friend of mine does that. She actually opened her own shop here in Middletown, Ohio. It's called Trashy Treasures. You need to look her up on Facebook. She makes her own chalk paint, is what she calls it, and she does some amazing work. My parents used to do that. They would buy old furniture and redo it. You're from Cincinnati? Cool. No, I'm not in Middletown. I'm actually in Mason. She's in Middletown. I'm in Mason, Ohio, which is about, what, 35 minutes from Mason or Middletown. Well, if you're from the Cincinnati area, then you need to check out a really good friend of mine. I do this all the time. She's the Amy Sailor Band. I post videos all the time of her. Very good band. Their cover band. Really good friend of mine. She's up and coming artist. She's actually writing her own music now. Right now they're still doing covers, but she's on her way to Nashville soon. So, and she needs all the help from the local area that she can get. So be sure to check her out. She's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's called the Amy Sailor Band, and really great music. And I don't follow a lot of cover bands, but this one I do, not just because she's a friend of mine, but because most cover bands don't have the same sound as the actual songs. Their band does. I mean, it's amazing. It's almost like listening to, you know, the actual song. So, I mean, it's really good. They're a really good band. They sound great. I saw you scope the other day. Yeah, they're awesome. They're really awesome. She goes to the casino, right, which is like 5 minutes from me, the new casino there in Monroe, which is sometimes not a good thing because it's too close, because me and my sister go there quite a bit, but she's been playing there, and then she's going to be down in Newport on the Levee at the Guest Fest on the 4th, so I'm hoping to be able to get down there if I'm not too busy working with my eBay. So, which I hit my 1,000 item goal finally. People don't understand you can just take junk. Yeah, you can. One person's trash is another person's treasure. It really does come out that way. I mean, the way I used to do eBay, you know, I had tunnel vision. I was basically just doing vintage glass, vintage toys, baseball cards, and whatnot, until I come across the Thrift Hunters show on Spike TV and started watching that. And of course, they canceled it. So I thought, well, I want to watch the episodes I missed. So I got on YouTube, and I was looking through Thrift Hunters, and I come across a title that said, "Make money selling used remotes." Yes, it is. Facebook is a great place to sell locally. And I thought, how can you make money selling used? Who would want a used remote? You know, when you can just go get a universal one from Walmart for $10. And so I clicked on it, and I started watching the Guild Daddy videos. And I'm thinking, oh my god. I trust Facebook more than I do Craigslist. So, which I'm not real fond of Craigslist at all. But anyway, I was watching the Guild Daddy videos, and I started watching those, and they were going to the Goodwill outlet, which we actually have one up on Woodford Road up in Kettering, Dayton area. If you've never been there, there is a Goodwill outlet where you buy by the pound, with the exception of certain items. And I went up there and I spent like $75, which I've been there before, with a friend of mine, but I had bought all the vintage stuff I could find. I wasn't thinking about parting stuff out or, certain items until I watched those videos, and I started watching Stephen Rakin from Rakin Profit on clothing, and I'm thinking, well, who would buy a used shirt? So started watching that, so I got into buying and selling used clothing, which that's my bread and butter, it's shoes and clothing. Oh yeah, I bet. I think I've heard that before. Somebody else. I think Jason Smith's from Cleveland. I was talking about that. But don't just go there. Look for the little mom and pop places, little holes in the walls. There's a lot of those out there. You just gotta go in there and look for them. I do well with clothing, as long as it's in decent shape. I mean, you wouldn't want to put a tattered old T-shirt on there or nothing like that. But, I pick up like Tommy Bahama, Ralph Lauren, and everybody says the market's flooded. I'm still selling that stuff, so it might sit for a little while, but it sells. If it's really neat, like something like this, if I didn't buy it for myself, which I didn't buy this, my sister did. This is a Mark Echo limited Star Wars edition shirt. If it wasn't for me, I mean, if I'd have bought this and wasn't a big Darth Vader fan, I could turn around and sell it for $20. Hey, I've sold Ed Hardy, I've sold Chaps, Ralph Lauren, Star Wars Death Rock. I am a Star Wars nerd. I have almost every toy from the Kenner generation. Yeah, I never heard of him until she gave me this shirt. She gave it to me yesterday. My birthday was last week, and she had actually bought it when we were at the thrift store a week before that. And just so happens that I went out first, and because she was trying to hide it from me, because she knew if I seen it, I'd want it right then and there. So she actually has hidden it from me and held it to me and given it to me yesterday. So your shirt was why I joined Scope, to be honest. So yeah, Darth Vader's the bad guy, but he is the coolest bad guy ever. I don't care what anybody says. I love Darth Vader. He's so awesome. And of course R2-D2. He's my favorite little droid. But I like anything Star Wars. I've got toys. I've got cards. I built a cabinet. About 10 years ago, and I need an actual room to dedicate my Star Wars stuff to, because I have this cabinet plumb full. Okay, my glasses have to go on. Well, there's more than one or two words from there. Bone thugs and harmony, you're lucky. But I'm just a big nerd. But yeah, sorry, I gotta have some coffee. Dogs get me up again early, so they get me out there early every day, but I didn't sleep well last night, so. But yeah, that was my haul for yesterday. I think I did pretty good, and that's the first thrift shop I've done, because I had so much stuff I needed to get caught up on. I had jewelry that was given to me. I had bags of jewelry. It goes pretty well. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not making millions, but I am paying the bill, so hey, that's what matters, is income coming in. And my ultimate goal is to make enough money to where my bestie can quit her job. Too stressful. So that's my goal. And I'm actually kind of branching out. There's a local liquidation place in Franklin, Ohio that does, I think it's called Discount Liquidators. They're on Facebook. They sell pallets with Gaylord box full of stuff. And I'm thinking of going with, I think you pay like a $5 pallet fee, and then you pay $25. That's your starting bid. But every Saturday they have auctions. And I'm thinking about going over there and buying one of those, because a lot of it's mostly returns from discount liquidations, I think is what it's called. Or liquidations or liquidators. They're in Franklin, Ohio. They're on Industrial Drive, which is just down the street from where my daughter works. So, there's also in Treasure Isles on every week, I think on the weekends. If you know Treasure Isle, it's a flea market here. I was just getting ready to say that about Treasure Isles. I just found out that they have weekly auctions, basically the same thing. It's Gaylord's on pallets, Gaylord boxes. If you don't know what a Gaylord box is, it's like a 4-foot box. It's a double wall cardboard box full of whatever they can fit in it. And a lot of times it's returns from Walmart, Myers, TJ Maxx, all the department places, or it's clearance items that they couldn't sell in the store, so they mark them down as far as they can get them. If they can't sell them, they go in a Gaylord, they write it off, and out the door it goes to these liquidation centers. And so that's what I'm going to try to do this weekend. I'm going to go over and check that out. I go there all the time. I love Valley Thrift. That place is always packed. Right there in Fairfield, always packed. I mean, it looks like there's like a big concert going on there or something. There's so many cars in the parking lot. But I always manage to find some really good stuff. Because you can be in there for days. Please scope about it. About the Valley Thrift. The auction. Oh, yeah, I'm hoping to go this weekend. I'm trying to help my brother out. Those of you who do follow me on a regular basis. My brother lost his wife recently. So I've been helping him clear out his house because he's going to sell it. Because his kids are all grown. They all have houses of their own. And, you know, he don't want that big house for himself. So I'm supposed to go over there and help him out this weekend and clear some more stuff out. Which I've been bringing stuff here and selling it on eBay for him, making some money. And selling stuff on Facebook. I've got some of his furniture and stuff on there that, which he already sold one living room. He's got like two. He has like a family room and then a living room. So I already sold the living room set. He took the other stuff. So I'm trying to sell a treadmill, and his he's got a really nice oak claw-footed dining room table chair and set. That's really beautiful. A lot of hand carved in the backs of the chairs. So, trying to get that stuff sold for him. Trying to figure out how to get the stupid treadmill out of the basement, because none of us can lift it. It's so big and heavy. So, I've devised a plan. Whether or not it'll work, I don't know. I'm going to lay some plywood on the steps and put some sliders under it, and we just kind of crank it up on a rope. Because we can't lift it. It's too heavy. Follow me if you want to buy. Let me click on you there. Well, you're kind of disappearing on me. I'll have to check you out next time. But, because my son, who's 6'4", about 300 pounds, had back surgery, so he can't lift it. And my daughter's boyfriend, he's so small and skinny, if he turned sideways and stuck out his tongue, he'd look like a zipper. So, I mean, he can't lift it. He's so tiny. But, so, I gotta get my old noggin, analytical mind working on how to get that big thing out of the basement. So, not to mention, they have a huge saw sitting on the landing, because my two brothers, my other brother, who wants the saw, they thought, well, we'll carry that up the steps. They got it as far as the landing, and they couldn't get it up the steps because it's too heavy. So, thanks for scoping. I'm calling to hear about your scores at the garage sales. Thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the hearts. I appreciate all my followers. And I'm trying to do more scopes. I've just been so busy working the eBay store. I hit my goal of reaching 1,000. Right now I have 1,000 plus items. So now I've set another goal. I'm trying to reach 1,500 items. So, in my store. So now I'm going to be working hard at that. So if I don't do very many scopes, it's because I'm busy. And also this time of year, I like to go fishing. My son and I do a lot of fishing together. And I got a kayak for my birthday. So I've been doing that. Because I'm, dropping the weight. I was a little heavier. Those of you who don't know, haven't been following me, I was a lot heavier, which, hit the 50-pound mark, and I'm happy with that. But I'm doing activities that are helping me lose the weight. So not just walking the dogs. That wasn't cutting it. So now I'm walking, I'm kayaking, we're doing a lot of camping. And this past weekend we went kayaking on the Little Miami River, which my daughter didn't get hers registered in time, so I drug her behind me on an inner tube. That was fun. So I was pretty sore up here from doing this with the thing, and I was still sore dragging her behind me. So but it was fun. It was my birthday weekend, and that's what I wanted to do. And we had a little bit of rain, but not much. And I put my store on vacation, so I didn't have to worry about that. Which, it was a little slow this past 2 weeks anyway, so it really didn't matter. But I'm back at it, back to listing. List. You got a list to sell. Because if you don't list, you're not going to sell nothing. That's why I look at it. So I try to list 10 items a day, if not more. I got 23 items listed the other day. It was all jewelry, so that was pretty easy because I'd already researched all of it. So, but I've been buying those jewelry jars thanks to Margaret Collier. I think that's how you pronounce her last name, from Texas Gal Treasures. She introduced her followers to the jewelry jars. What sort kind of items? I sell anything I think I can make $1 off of, or more. I sell shoes, I sell clothing, I sell toys, I sell a lot of Nerf guns, I sell jewelry, I sell stuffed animals, board games, and that's another thing. If you find a board game that's old, vintage or whatever, or any board game for that matter, if it's missing pieces, then part it out. Sell the parts. You can make money doing that. I sell VHS games. I sell VCRs, any electronics. But you got to do your research. You just can't go in and say, well, this looks old, I'm going to buy it. Do your research. Look it up before you buy it. Do the sold and completed listings. Go into your eBay. If you have mobile, you go to your filter or refine. Okay, say you want to look up this Nerf gun. Okay, you go into your eBay search and you type in Nerf Ricochet, Blast, or whatever. It'll bring up, all the listings. Well, what you want to do is you want if it's Android, it'll probably say filter or refine. Either one, you want to hit that. Okay, you open that up and it brings up all these choices. You want to go to buying format and click buy it now. you want to go to condition and put new or used. Then when you scroll down, you'll see more. You want to click that, and it'll drop down some more of the window. Hit sold and completed, and it will tell you everything, all those items, every one of these guns, whatever it's sold for, new and used. It'll give you, that gives you a price to play with, because when you just open up and do a search, you're just seeing what everybody's listing their items at. That's not telling you what they actually made off of it. But if you do the sold and completed, and a buy it now, which is what I do, I don't do auctions, I do buy it now. It'll tell me exactly what people made off that same exact thing, whether it's just this gun, or if it's a lot of them, or if it's the gun with, you know, new or used, if it's got discs with it, whatever it is that you have, you know, go by what they're selling, and then base your price on that. You know, you want to do exactly what this, and then you can go. You can also hit the sell similar. You can open that, say it's sold for $25, and you want yours to do the same thing. Click on that one, and it'll have like an option. It has like a little window. It has the picture of the item, and then on the right, or I think it's on the right, it says sell one like this. You can click on that, and it auto-fills everything for you. And all you have to do is change your title a little, however you want it to say. Change, you know, look through and change your shipping, if you want free shipping, if you want to priority money, however you want to do it. Just change it to suit your listing, and then hit, you know, list. So I do that on, if I have a lot of items, multiple items, I will do that. I will go through and see research what they're selling at. I think, well, gosh, that guy sold his for $30. I think I want to be like him. You know, I want to be like Mike. I want to sell mine for $30. So, you know, as long as it's, and if there's something wrong with it, make sure they know. Don't just throw it on there. Make sure you research it, you study it, make sure it's got, you know, it works. Test everything that you get. It's like somebody posted something about on Facebook about somebody received something that didn't work, blah blah blah. Long story short, anyway, I put on there, I said, you know, I was in charge of stuff going out the door in the manufacturing company I worked in, and whenever a return would come back, I would get the assembler's name off the back of it, and I would take it to that assembler and tell them to point out what they've seen was wrong with it. And when they told me, I was like, well, would you buy that? And if they told me no, I said, well, why do you expect the customer to want to keep it? If they're, you know, if you wouldn't buy it yourself, why would you send it out the door like that in the first place? So that's the mindset that I carry with me in this business. If I wouldn't want it for myself and be happy with it, I wouldn't expect my customers either. So I take extra time to clean everything, I inspect everything, because in the long run, it might take a little extra time, but in the long run, that's going to pay off. When that customer gets it, they're happy with it, and they give you good feedback. That's just the way I run my business. And some people say they wouldn't take that much time into everything. Well, it takes more time to send out a return label. I've heard of people who have made good money from selling vinyls from thrifts. Oh yeah, they buy up, especially if they're hard to find records. Watch Jason T. Smith from Thrift Hunters. He's like a guru when it comes to cassettes, CDs, LPs, 8-tracks, all that stuff. I mean, he has a page called the Thrifting Board. My battery's getting low. Hold on, let me hook up my charger here real quick. So my camera's about to bounce for a second. But he knows, hold on a second. Sorry about that, you're having to stare at my light fixture. What's missing? Get in there. Sorry about that. Alright. Alright. There we go. So anyway, you can ask him questions. You can talk to him about different records, and or even look it up for yourself. In fact, when Prince died, I come across the album. I have the album, the actual Purple Rain album. Then I have the Purple 45 of Purple Rain. And I have I forget, there's something else I have up there that's his. And I think he had like an extra 2 copies, and he sold his. I forget how much he got for it, but I couldn't bring myself to sell it. But it was because of him that made me think, hey, I've got that somewhere. I picked it up at a yard sale. So I went looking for it, and I could probably make $100 off of that easy, but didn't want to be one of those people that profited off of death. That's the way I look at it. That's just me. I know a lot of people don't think of it that way, but that's how my mind works. And just, I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon just because the man passed away. Just like with Michael Jackson, I have tons of his albums and cassettes, and I didn't sell his stuff either because I like him. I like Prince as well. So, but maybe in a few years, you know, that might be a different story. But I didn't want to just sell it right then and there because he died. I just didn't want to do that. But if you're not into reselling, you should look at it, because I always say, why make out somebody else rich? You know, why work for your butt off to line somebody else's pocket when there's a way that you could do it for yourself? You can line your own pockets, and that's what I'm working on. I'm working on. We live comfortably. I mean, what did we find? Oh, I found a bunch of stuff. You missed it. I did. You can watch it afterwards. You missed it. But you can watch it later and see all the stuff I found. I spent like $56. I like reselling. Yeah, I do too. I would have never thought that somebody would buy a used pair of shoes, but they do. Let me show you something I add in my shoes. Hold on, I don't want to knock my phone over here. I get this stuff from Avon. It's made by Footworks. It's antifungal spray, and it smells so good. I clean my shoes out real good, and before I use sneakers. Okay, I do well with, yeah, I do sneakers. I use sneakers. I do cap toes. I do wingtips. The first pair of shoes, what really got me hooked into selling shoes was I went to Goodwill in Middletown, over there on Town Boulevard, and I found a pair of Allen Edmonds. I'd never heard the name before, but they were brand new. They'd never been worn. There was no, I mean, literally, there was nothing on the sole. Brand spanking new Allen Edmonds. And I now know that that's a big name. But at that time, I'd never heard them. I thought, well, these look really nice. You know, I'm going to get them. They were $4, $3.49, so I figured $4. And when I checked out, the lady's like, oh, these probably should have been on that shelf over there. I was like, well, they were back there. She says, yeah, I can see that. And they didn't have the writing. They had a little tag, like a little plastic tag on the, so I got lucky there. They didn't have any writing on the soles at all. And these were brand spanking new leather soled shoes. So I got home and I researched what they were. I found the number, you know, on the inside, and I plugged that in. It was Goodwill over in Middletown. Right there by Kroger and the Town Mall and all that. It's on Town Boulevard. Cool. Well, anyway, I got those shoes and I thought, oh my goodness, these are Allen Edmonds. I mean, I started researching the name and the number and all that good stuff, and I couldn't believe all the different levels of selling that those were selling for, because I'd never heard of them, and they did really well. I mean, I couldn't believe they sold within 10 minutes of me putting them on eBay. So, but on used shoes, I get this stuff. It's little Footworks. I use it on all my sneakers, and I spray it on the inside. They sold for $125. I spent $4 on them. And vintage shoes do really good. The vintage Nikes, used shoes are just, it's unbelievable what they sell for. I couldn't believe it. I had Brooks Brothers. I also bought a pair of Brooks Brothers, which that's a name I'm familiar with. They were used. They were scuffed up on the bottom. They were dirty. They needed polished up really good, and you know, I cleaned them up really good. And I listed the Allen Edmonds, and I listed those. I listed both pairs of shoes. That's all I bought was those 2 pairs of shoes. And it sells for cheap, and people buy and resell for more money. Yeah, we do. But I don't know, something. Goodwill, some of their prices are pretty high on some things. Sneakers to look for. Brooks, Asics, and of course Nike. Oh yeah, I buy Nikes all the time. Speaking of which, the Brooks Brothers, I made $65 off of those. What stuff is high at Goodwill? Well, not anything. I mean, some of their clothing's a little pricey. which I don't mind paying $4 or $5 for a shirt. I don't care. It don't bother me. I just don't like paying the $12. Have you heard of Yeezys? Those shoes cost $200 retail, but sell out quickly, and they sell for Yeezys. Never heard of those. I get t-shirts at good deals at Goodwill. I like the 50% off. They have great sales. They really do. So, I mean, I'm not dogging Goodwill at all. I think they're awesome. I think they're, everything they do is great. Any thrift shop, any place that helps others is great. I got lucky at Treasure Isles over the summer. There was a lady there had a truckload of Cole Haan shoes, different shoes. They were old. I mean, she had them. They were just thrown all over they were all over the ground. They were on tables. They still had the boxes. The boxes were crappy, but they had never been worn. And I paid $3 a pair for them and was selling them for $25, $30 on eBay. So I mean, I made a good killing on that. But anyway, back to this stuff. If you're going to sell used shoes, especially gym shoes, you need this. This is Footworks by Avon. It's antifungal foot spray. Smells great. Spray a little bit in, not too much. Just one spritz in each shoe. I get more compliments on how well those shoes smell when they get them. When my customers get them by using this. So if you find it, get it. I don't know if they make it anymore. I just happen to have quite a few bottles of this. Where do I buy this? Teresa used to be a representative for Avon, so I got quite a few of these. But it's made by Avon. You can probably go find it on avon.com, more than likely. But it's antifungal foot spray. And just spray a little bit in, just a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. Trust me. I get more compliments on it. I mean, I wouldn't bathe my shoes in them, but just spritz, and you're done. And that's it. And spray it down into the toe. I've had this bottle. I've been using this bottle here. I started using it last year, and hold on, let me see how many ounces it is. It's not even half empty yet, because I just used a little bit. It's 3.4 fluid ounces, so it's probably about a little over half empty, about right, well, a little over a quarter of an way empty, but I've got 2 or 3 more. So, but it's just a little bit. You don't need that much. Nice tip, thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, look it up on avon.com, or if you know an Avon representative, see if you can get one of their books, because it's only like, it's very cheap. It's not very cheap, and a lot of times they have this stuff on sale, the footwork stuff, and you can, get it for like $2.99 a bottle, and it's worth it to me because I use it and I get good reviews. So follow me. I follow a lot of resellers. Let me view your profile. There you go. How's that? There we go. Alright, such a deal. See, that's why I don't wear glasses. I get a glare. But yeah, I just followed you. So, but I'm going to have to get off here. So those of you just joining, catch my replay on this, and you'll see what I bought and all that good stuff. And I'll let you all know how it goes. If I go to the auction this weekend, I will. How long you been reselling? I've been reselling on eBay since 1998, but I've started reselling, and the new way that I'm doing it, that I'm actually making a lot more money, a lot more profit. I learned new techniques doing it this way April of last year, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, like I said before, the old way of doing it, I had tunnel vision. I was only selling like vintage toys, baseball cards, vintage glassware. I never even imagined that somebody would buy a used pair of shoes. Never thought about it. I knew vintage clothing sold. But I learned from different resellers how to look up things up, how to look up the sold and completed items, what they're actually going for. So, it's right there at the tips of your fingers, right there on eBay. You just got to know what to look for. So, 5 years with reselling, but I've been selling something on eBay since they started. Yeah, it is the best. I mean, it's just, they make it so easy for you. I mean, I've got an Amazon seller's account, and I tried it, but I don't like it. I like buying from Amazon. I don't get it. It's not cut and dry to me. I mean, eBay is, everything's right there. All you got to do is fill in the blanks, basically. With Amazon, it seems like you got to jump through all these hoops to get an item listed. And I don't like that. I like to keep it simple. I use the KISS statement. Keep it simple, stupid. We use that at where I used to work. I use it in life. I just sent in my first FBA shipment to Amazon. I just don't, I might come back around to it, but right now, my sole platform is eBay because I'm familiar with it. I'm comfortable with it. It's not that I don't like change. I just like it simple. I like to be able to get an item, snap a picture of it, list it. It just seems like with Amazon, it's too much jumping through hoops. You got to be, what they call it, gated, ungated, this, that. I thought, no used clothes or shoes on. No, it has to be mostly new stuff, and I do find new stuff. You know, I found those games and stuff, and that little Speed Racer figure and all that. But you know, with eBay, all we got to do is make sure we have the UPC code in there. That's easy enough for me. I can just add that in, no problem. With Amazon, it seems like totally different. Golden State Flip Flop. Love the name. I think I got that. I don't have my glasses on, so if I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, I have to get off here. My sister's coming to get me. She's taking me out to see Ghostbusters, because those of you who follow my YouTube channel and some of my older channels, I'm also a paranormal investigator. I'm not eBaying, so gotta see the new Ghostbusters movie. So yeah, we're the Ohio Ghost Hunters Association, also known as TOGA. So those of you from Ohio, you may know who we are. One of the largest, not the largest, but one of the largest paranormal investigative teams in the state of Ohio. My YouTube channel is the Thrifty Picker on YouTube. There's a bunch of Thrifty Pickers, but I'm the T-H-E, the Thrifty Picker. So just look for my wonderful profile. But but I have to get off here because my sister's on her way. Is you a man? All woman and proud of it. I'm wearing a hat. I'm having a bad hat day. Every time I wear a hat, somebody has to ask that question. If you can't tell, I don't have any, no facial hair. I don't even have 5 o'clock shadow. Of course, I know it's hard to tell these days, but there's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, I'm all woman, and I'm proud of it. And I'm one hell of a handful. Just ask my friends and my family. They'll tell you. What? Yeah, I'm doing my Periscope. That's my son. I couldn't read that. Why am I so red? Well, I have a red background back here for doing some of my pictures. So, so it's kind of glaring on me. But yeah, that, and sometimes when I drink coffee, my blood pressure goes up. So, what's that? I tell people like you off. Here we go with a, why don't you have any, why don't you have any brains? See ya. I hate stupid people. I know, they're so stupid. If they only knew how stupid they really are by talking like that, and they wonder why this world is in such a chaotic state. It's because of ignorance, people like that. You can't disrespect one another. You got hair under that cap. Yes, I do. See? It's just a bad hair day. Why you... Well, because it was being rude. First name, Periscope. Oh, thanks for joining. Always a bad hair day. Well, I like to wear hats. What's wrong with that? You know, I used to have hair down to my butt, and I used to do all the curling and the hairspray, and, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, I had, you know, used Aquanet like crazy. I had like band hair is what they called it. Really? See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Yeah, you're an idiot. I swear. People like that, they just waste space, if you ask me. They're ignorant. They get on here and they're disrespectful to people. This is my Periscope, so if you're going to get on here and act like a total asshole, I'm going to block you. So, I mean, I ain't got time for that. Why do we keep blocking people? Because they're being disrespectful. And if you can't be on here and talk better than that, then you need to get a life, because I ain't got time for that shit. So just move on out, go on. Nobody wants to hear that crap. And you wonder why the world is the way it is. Run your own fucking train. Sorry about my language, but people like that just piss me off. They ain't got nothing better to do than to get on here and talk shit like that. It just shows ignorance. So what's your haul? I would show it to you again. You have to go back and watch it after, the beginning. Because when I did my haul, I have to be getting out of here. I'm going to go to the movies with my sister and go to lunch, and we're going to hit the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to see if I can find some stuff there to resell, which I've got. That was one of the challenges on our. I don't. My dad, after he got out of the Marines, he was a truck driver, so I've got the mouth of a sailor, if want to be. I could probably embarrass a sailor if I want to. So that's no big deal. People like that, they just tick me off. They're just showing their ignorance. Hello. How you doing? You're just catching me. I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting ready to get off here because my sister's coming to get me in about 2 minutes. So hope you're doing good. So I am Laurie. I am the Thrifty Picker. Check me out on YouTube. I'm going to try to upload this video to YouTube too, but if you just now joining us, watch the replay because I have to go. Hope you have a great day. I plan to, so I will talk to y'all later. All you good people that are here and were very respectful, but all those of you who were disrespectful got your asses blocked. So, and if you're planning on being disrespectful, you might as well leave now. Those of you that just come on asking how old I am. Old enough to know better, too young to care. So I will talk to y'all later. Get out there and get to picking. You never know what you're going to find. Bye, y'all.